this thing might feed off your insides or electrocute you or grow until it splits you in half.
Yeah, kids can be a handful.
A few days ago, I was working on a video about the impregnation episode from Ozzy and Drix. I was thinking, this looks super weird. What can top this? And then I posted about the video topic in my community tab. Not even a minute later, someone left a comment saying, if you think that's weird, you should check out the time Carl got pregnant on Jimmy Neutron.
Excuse me?
That was my initial reaction. I mean, I grew up with this show, but I couldn't recall what this person was talking about. So, I decided to look more into it. I mean, this is a Nickelodeon show. They try to keep things appropriate for kids. There is no way it can be that bad.
Hello, Jimmy. Isn't this exciting? We've always wanted grandkids.
Oh, we sure have. Even if it's not so much a kid as a sizzling mass of alien energy.
Never before have I been so dumbfounded or flabbergasted. And that's saying something, considering what I reviewed last week. You would think a character from a kid's movie randomly saying Osama bin Laden would take the cake. But no, I was wrong. This episode of Jimmy Neutron blows that out of the water.
Carl is pregnant? What?
What we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is essentially a cartoon character who was attacked by a facehugger, was impregnated by it, and then went through the emotional roller coaster that is carrying a child in his ass.
That is the single coolest thing I have ever seen.
Needless to say, this took priority over the Ozzy and Drix episode. Like, don't get me wrong, that was weird, and I'll most likely talk about it in the near future. But for now, we're gonna focus on dummy Thicc Carl.
Oh, hey, Jimmy. I'm trying to sneak out of the house, but I'm dummy Thicc. And the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting my parents.
Like I said, I grew up with Jimmy Neutron. I was a bit older at the time than the intended demographic, but that didn't matter to me. It was something new and different, and that caught my attention. This was also around the time when computer animation was starting to become more mainstream, and TV networks were trying to find the next big thing. For those who don't know, the show is about a boy genius named, unsurprisingly, Jimmy Neutron. It's about him and his friends and how they find themselves in these crazy situations, usually due to Jimmy's science projects. The creator of the show, John Davis, mentioned in a podcast that he pitched the pilot in the late 90s, and that Nickelodeon absolutely loved it. They even went so far to ask for a movie to go along with the series.
Everybody at Nickelodeon just flipped out on it. Wow. They all flew to Dallas and said, this is amazing, we love this, how did you do this?
Yeah.
We definitely want a TV series, but we also want a feature film.
Wow.
Yeah. So
what was your reaction?
Yeah, we were astounded, of course, because we'd waited so long,
right.
You know, and then thinking, okay, well, maybe we'll get maybe they'll spring for 6 episodes or something.
Yeah.
Instead, it was like instant franchise.
Yeah.
Personally, I find the series to be okay. Not bad, not great, just okay. The visuals and designs weren't my favorite, but the writing and the characters themselves were pretty solid. Jimmy's dad was always my personal favorite, with how stupid he is and his goofy antics. Jim Jab, Jimmy Jib 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 Jab, let's go have some pie. He kind of looks like Stephen Colbert.
But hey, look at all the pie! Yes! I will do it! I will live!
I gotta give credit to the show, though, for having fun with its stories and characters. It knew that adults watched the show, too, and had some subtle adult humor for them. And this episode is no exception. Well, after watching it, I guess I wouldn't call it subtle.
Boy, he's in a bad mood, huh?
He's just jealous because I'm getting all the attention!
Alright, so the episode is called Who's Your Mommy? Yeah, we're already off to a great start. So we see Jimmy and his friends Carl and Sheen on some alien planet. While there, they walk into a cave and stumble across an alien organism that looks very familiar. Unfortunately for Carl, the egg busts a nut, and he finds himself with a face hugger hugging his face.
Do I have something on my lip?
Props to Carl. He's taken this very well. And with Jimmy's help, they're able to get the face hugger off of him. But we all know the Alien franchise, and if it's anything like that, things are only going to get worse. So the boys go down to the candy shop, and Carl starts to get these weird food cravings and mood swings.
Do I look fat to you?
No, it just seems unhealthy.
I know I've always been a little on the heavy side, but I prefer to think of it as jolly. Not that you want to talk, big head!
For a second there, I thought he was gonna say bitch.
Not that you want to talk, big...
And with that, we make the horrifying discovery that Carl was impregnated by the alien. In his ass. There is no way on God's green earth that this would air nowadays. Could you imagine pitching this episode? Yeah, so I was thinking that this kid gets pregnant. Okay. So Carl's baby keeps growing, and everybody, except for Jimmy, are super excited for it.
We're just preparing for the pitter-patter of little, whatever the alien's eventual mode of locomotion will be.
Dummy Thicc Carl continues his mood swings, but is dead set on having the baby. Whatever that entails. I mean, the guy's even having a baby shower.
Oh, gotta go. The girls are throwing me a baby shower. Bye-bye.
Jimmy, being the lone voice of reason, takes off to try and resolve things. But then the Queen Xenomorph shows up, looking for her baby.
Unless I miss my guess, that's the mom of the alien and Carl come to claim her baby.
Wow.
And right before Jimmy can put his plan into action, and guys, for the record, I can't believe I'm about to say the following sentence. Carl's water breaks and he farts out the alien.
It's time.
And with that, the alien leaves. Carl and his friends celebrate the baby's birthday. And then the episode is over. Okay. Whoa, what the f were they thinking?
This is so cool.
So yeah, this is the weirdest I've seen in quite some time. On its own, it's super bizarre. But the fact that this was aired on a mainstream network for millions of children to see makes it so much worse. Now, I wouldn't say it was a critically bad episode or even offensive, but oh my god, was it weird. And I guess that's the point of this entire series. If we somehow find something that can beat this, then God help us. God help us all.
I like 'em big. I like 'em chunky.
So you want to know something that's also really weird? I actually got a sponsor for this video. I was even like, are you sure you want to be on this one? And they were like, yeah, let's do it. So good on you, Skillshare, for having a sense of humor.
Stop looking at my calves!
Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes covering dozens of topics that range from creative to entrepreneurial skills. You can check out classes that range from illustration to animation to creative writing. Maybe that's where the writers for Jimmy Neutron came up with this episode. With a premium membership, you can get unlimited access to high-quality classes from people from their particular field of expertise. This can help you gain new knowledge and sharpen your skills. I get a lot of people who email me about editing and building assets. If you want to learn more about how you can do that on your own, check out some of the animation and illustration classes. I recommend Animating with Ease in After Effects from Jake Bartlett. That's a really good place to start for people who use that kind of software. Skillshare is also super affordable at $10 a month, which is much more economical compared to in-person classes. And guess what? The first 500 people who use my link in the description will get a 2-month free trial. I'm a big believer that the internet can be a good teacher, and Skillshare is a great place for that. So check it out today.